Whether you have taught online before or you are just starting out, practicing that mock lesson is key to passing as fast as you can. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenna Lee from liveeatteach.com, and if you want to teach online, build your own online business, and become your own boss, then you have come to the right place. So subscribe to my channel for more videos like these. In this video, I'll be showing you how to pass the mock class A for levels 2 and 3. First, you will need to make sure that your classroom is set up. You'll want a nice, neat, and clean educational background. I have a map for this, or you can even make your own by picking up some neat, professional looking pictures or items from the dollar store. Make sure you also have a plan in place for your lighting. The best lighting is when you have light coming in from all areas surrounding you and of course from the front. Make sure to have a decent quality webcam, whether that be already from your computer or an external webcam. The must-have investment for you to make when you are teaching English online is to have a headset. This is like teaching music with an instrument, right? You wouldn't teach a trumpet lesson without a trumpet. So make sure that you are teaching English with a headset so that the student can hear your clear pronunciation. Some general props to always have are a name tag when you are introducing yourself, something to show drag and drop. You can also use your phone for this, drag. But I found that this tablet looking item is best for the students to understand the drag and drop. I would also always have a whiteboard on hand. And I also recommend a microphone so that you can do a lot of back and forth with the student and they know when to respond. This is also a completely optional item, but a puppet is a good way to go, especially if the interviewer is pretending to be a child and they are acting distracted. You want to pull their focus back in, and honestly, the puppet is the easiest way to do this. So a puppet or a stuffed animal would both work for this. The props that I recommend for mock class A specifically are definitely a ball. You are using a ball a lot in this class. You are also throwing with the ball. So make sure you have a ball of sorts. You also need a he to show and a she to show. So make sure you have a boy and a girl, whether that be a stuffed animal or that be actual 2D props. And also have a kite to show the difference between ball and kite. And always have a whiteboard. And this is for if you want to show verb conjugations like he, she, it throws and I throw. And also if you want to use this for phonics like z, ip, zip. And I will show you this as we get into the lesson. You also need a secondary reward, and this is very important to have in the mock classes, okay? So I am going to use something I give to my referrals, and that is a soccer goal with soccer balls. So I say, you get a ball. And this is a very common reward because it's just really easy to use. And whenever you're talking about balls, why not use a ball for more practice in the reward? So now that we have covered our classroom setup and props, let's get into teaching the lesson. So the first slide you will see is an introduction slide, and this is for you and the student to meet and greet. So you will have some very basic greetings in this slide. You will bring out your name tag and introduce yourself. Hello. Hello. And I always wait for the student to say hello. If the student is not responding, I might bring my hand out or my puppet and say, hello. But I find that just waiting for the student to respond and just get ready for the lesson is the best. So I will say, my name is Teacher Jenna. Make sure the student can see your mouth. Jenna. Very good. What is your name? Hello, Alice. Alice. How old are you? Are you 4? No. Are you 5? Yes. I am 5. Good job, Alice. How are you today? Are Are you happy? Yes, I am happy. Very good, Alice. Are you ready? Let's go. The next slide is the reward introduction slide, and you by all means do not have to use the reward. You definitely can, but you also want another secondary reward. So I'm going to use my soccer ball prop. I would introduce this slide first with your secondary reward. So I would say, when you do a good job, you will get a star and a soccer ball. Ready? And act really excited about it and pumped up. Then you will go on to showing how to drag and drop. So this is where you're going to need your drag and drop example. And you can say drag and drop. Drag and drop. Drag, drop. Drag, drop. And I'm doing the TPR for I'm watching if the student is doing it. Once you have practiced the drag and drop skill, then you can click and move on to the next slide. The next slide is an introduction slide. So the VIPKID format for lessons is introduce, practice, and apply. So the introduction slide is when you introduce a new word. In this slide, you are introducing ball. So I would get out that ball and say ball. Ball. Very good. I would give a reward after this slide. So I would first give your star, and then I would give a soccer ball. You get a soccer ball. The next slide is a practice slide. So the student is now going to show you what they have learned. And you want to produce and practice the sentence frame. What does he or she play with? And the student will answer, she or he plays with a ball. So I would first circle the boy. What does he play with? Very good. And the interviewer might not say the in the sentence, so you want to say, he plays with a ball. Very good. And then same thing with the girl on the slide. Circle the girl. What does she play with? You got it. Very good. This next slide is an apply slide, and the student will continue to practice and show you the knowledge that they have previously learned. And this time, they're going to be a little bit more interactive. So on the slide, you should see 2 children with a ball and 1 child with a kite. I would circle the boy with the ball and say, what does he play with? Drag. Drag. And you're trying to get the student to drag the ball to that child. Circle the next boy with a ball and say, what does he play with? Drag, drag, drag. You can even show that with the ball. Very good. Act confused. Circle the picture of the kite. What does he play with? And you might need to introduce the kite. So I would bring out my kite and say, kite. Do some TPR. Kite. Good job. He plays with a kite. Good job. Drag. Drag. Very good. Give your reward again on the slide. So you get a soccer ball. Very good job. We're going back again to the introduction slide. So now you are introducing the verb throw. Okay, so I would first underline throw on the slide so that the student can see the word, and then I would do the TPR. Throw. Throw. Very good. And to get them ready for verb conjugation and changing that throw verb, when you say he, she, it versus they and you, I would bring out a verb conjugation sheet, or you can write some sort of chart on a whiteboard. So you can say he, she, it throws. Good. They throw. Throw. Very good. After that practice, underline she throws. She throws. She throws. Good job. Underline he throws on the slide. He throws. He throws. Very good. Underline they throw. Bring out your 2D props, right? They throw. They throw. Well done! Now that you have introduced the verb, the student is now going on to a practice slide. On this slide, you should see 3 different balls and people. And what you're trying to get the student to do is circle the right ball or the right child who is throwing a ball, because the others are going to be kicking the ball or bouncing a ball. So you would say, who throws? Circle. Who throws? And look to see if they're circling. Very good. Also make sure that the student says he throws. And you can also use your 2D prop. He throws. Good job. This next slide is an apply slide. So this is where the student really practices independently, more so than the other slides. But first, I would definitely underline throw and throws and practice that skill just a little bit more. And I would also maybe write this out on a whiteboard and say throw, throws. Good job. And now you can circle the girl with the football and say, she throw or throws? Yes, very good. Then circle the boy in the middle. This is an I. So say, I throw or throws? I throw. That's right. Very good. And finally, circle the man. This is going to be he throws. He throw or throws? And maybe your interviewer is going to say he throw. So make sure you're correcting the student if they do make a mistake. He throws. That's right, very good. We are now on the phonics slides, and you will see a phonics slide in every VIPKID lesson to practice that proper pronunciation. All right, so you should get your whiteboard out again for this. And you can underline the letter Z, the Z, write it, underline ip, write it down, and then you're gonna blend. Z, ip, zip. Very good. Then erase this front letter. This is now going to be a R. Ip. Make sure you're underlining still on the slide. Ip, rip. Very good. Same thing with the S. Underline, show, underline, ip, ip, sip. Very good. Last one. Underline, Underline ip. Ip, hip. That's right, very good. So there's a lot to do on that slide, but that will really impress your interviewer, like you are comfortable with using the slides and having other props as well at the same time. The next slide is the extension slide, and I always like these because it's more in your control. So you can really go about this slide in so many ways, but I would keep it close to the lesson content that the student has learned in this specific lesson. So I might circle the girl and say, who throws? And listen for that, she throws. And then circle the other people and say, who throws? And the answer should be, they throw. So I might listen to that conjugation and see if the student is getting it right. You could also circle the ball and circle the girl and say, what does she play with? She plays with a ball should be the answer. If you do have more time in this slide, you can always practice other English, basic English things like colors, or see what they see on the slide, say, what do you see? And just kind of listen to them, and maybe you can count how many people are on the slide, how many balls are on the slide. You can really go super far with this, and if you need to extend that slide, there's a lot in it that you can extend upon. At this point, give the student another star and another reward. You get a ball! Oops! Very good. And then this is now the goodbye slide. So you can say, very good job today. You got, how many stars you got, right? 5 stars. And let's count. How many balls? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, very good. You got 4 soccer balls. It was so nice to meet you today. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Yes, you are finally finished with the mock lesson A. So I hope this was helpful for you. Keep in mind that you can definitely do this your own way and adapt it to your own teaching style. The interviewer might want to see a more upbeat version of yourself just in that first interview, so keep that in mind. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact me below. I would also be happy to be your hiring coach. And I really help support my referrals through this process, and also after they have gotten hired on, I help them with some tips and tricks on how to boost bookings, get a good profile, things like that. So I would love to coach you. If you liked this and thought it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel to see me again with some more teaching tips and tricks every week coming your way. I will see you soon.